Hello, welcome to Data Science with EJD. In the next three videos or so, I'll be talking about deployment and monitoring. I had done something about deploying machine learning models previously, but here we're going deeper into it. In three videos, I'll be talking about different aspects of deploying and monitoring machine learning models. And in this particular video, we'll be looking at saving and loading machine learning models. So the learning objective is to persist train machine learning models using Pickle and Joblib so that they can be reused later without retraining, right? So as far as the model keeps working and you need to and you don't have anything to change, so you just keep it working until there's a need to change it later or something. So talking about deployment and monitoring. So the first thing is why save models? We're talking about saving and we're talking about saving and loading models. As usual, let me put the line numbers for the code areas. All right. So why do you have to save models, right? When a model has been trained and performs well, we often want to avoid retraining. That means you save time and computational resources. If you imagine that each time you need to use a model, you have to retrain that time, and then you waste time and resources, right? Then another reason why you have to save models is to deploy it for real world predictions, e.g. in a web app or API. Then you can also share it with colleagues or systems. Then you can resume work later, e.g. after shutdown or deployment. All right. So you have to save models. Then tools for model persistence in Python. Model persistence is that process of actually, saving the model and keeping it in use, subsequently. So we have two major tools we use, and they are Pickle and Joblib. So Pickle is a general purpose Python object. It's good for general purpose Python object realization, and it is useful for any Python object. While Joblib, on the other hand, is optimized for objects with large NumPy arrays, e.g. machine learning models, and it is recommended for scikit-learn models or non-Py heavy objects. So it means Joblib. Yeah, I mean that's typical. It's more like Pickle is for all purpose, while Joblib is particularly good for very big stuff. All right. So let's talk about the systematic workflow. Okay, I think I should. Uh, okay, yeah. I mean, systematic workflow is something different. So I think I should have labeled it 27.3. Okay, 27.3. While the next one here, testing saved models will be 27.4, and then this is 27.5. Okay. Uh, this now 27.5, and then this will be 27.6. Yep. 27.6, and then finally 27.7. Like that. All right. So back here. So systematic workflow, how does that go? So the first step is you train a model. So we'll use a classifier on iris dataset. We'll be using the iris dataset a lot because it is very convenient for teaching purposes. So we'll train a classifier on the iris dataset using scikit-learn. I mean, we've done this a lot of times. So the focus here is on saving and loading this later. So I mean, you know the usual things: upload import the necessary libraries, upload the data set, split and train it, and then you feed and train it, right? So once you do that, all right, and it works. Yeah, this works now. So we are good. Then the next thing is step two, where you save and load with Pickle. So save model using Pickle, and to do that, you need to import Pickle. I think Pickle is inbuilt in Python, so you don't have to install it afresh. So import Pickle, they can now save model to file. Already, if you look at the folder I'm working with, there's not that we don't have that Pickle anything. We don't have it here right now. But once I save this, we can come back and check. So we save model to file. So we say with open model underscore pickle dot pkl wb as f, then pickle.dump model f, like that. So I run this now. So I run this now, and then I can come back here and see I already have that. You can see we have model underscore pickle just saved as just 621, right? So we have that. Then that's using pickle. Then you can load the model using pickle then. So load model from pickle. So just with open model underscore pickle.pkl rb as w. Then loaded model is now pickle.load f. This f that you assigned to it before. And then you now want to test the loaded model. You want to test the accuracy. So you say loaded model dot score x test y test. Test the accuracy. So this is you using that model you have saved now. So you can always call this model and run and check it each time, you know, and then you just run the model and see what you have. So we do this, and then we see the model accuracy is 100%. That's 1.00, because of course the iris dataset is very simple to work with. So that is us saving and loading with Pickle. You can also save and load with Joblib. So save model using Joblib. So here, Joblib is not inbuilt in Python, so you have to install it first before you import. So Joblib, I've already installed it, so there's no worry about this. So here we save model to job to file, and that's joblib.dump model underscore joblib.pickle.pkl. Of course, that's pkl for pickle. So you see, we already have model underscore pickle.pkl, right? So the next one is going to be model underscore joblib. So I run this now. And I come back to check. Now we have a model underscore job leap just saved on the at the moment, 623, like that. So next we can now load the model using job leap just like we did before, and then check the accuracy just like before also. And it gives us the same 100% accuracy because of course the array data set is very simple and straight to the point. So how do you test saved models now? On this, once a model is loaded, using either Pickle or Joblib, it behaves exactly the same as the original model. So you can now do prediction like loaded model dot predict 5.1, 3.5, 1.4, 0.2, and then you can print the predicted class. So you can say prediction 0, that's the first one. You get this. Predicted class is 0. What about if I say 1 here? So, okay, index is out of bound for axis 0. Okay, yeah, so prediction 0 is what we use. And then we have that. So important considerations, right? The file format. So use .pkl, .sav, or .joblib extensions for clarity. So you want to tell us for sure what you're using. Then you have security. Probably this job for this second one here, maybe I should have just called it this .joblib. Let's see what happens with that joblib, because pkl is still okay. No such file or directory. Oh, okay, that is us loading, right? Control Z, PKL. So I think the first place where we saved is we should have done that, right? Save model using job leave. So what if I say job leave here? Okay, let me just add that as an extra, this, and I say dot job leave. What happens in that situation? Okay, that works. So we can go back and check. Now we have a mod something dot job leave here, so that works. Then we can as well um test the accuracy. So like say, of course, this we run this now. So if I do this and create a new cell down there, B, and then I have this. So I now have joblib.load. Instead of saying pkl, I say model.joblib.joblib again. Okay, and then loaded mode job lib, same thing. So we get what we need to get. So that's fine. So that works too if we have a job lib ending. So feel free. So it doesn't have to be only pkl .sav .job lib extensions for clarity. Then for security, never unpickle files from untrusted sources. So if you have a pickle file from an untrusted source, you have to be careful because it can execute malicious code. Then version compatibility, always use the same versions of Python and libraries to avoid deserialization issues. So if you did a model in a particular version of Python, make sure you use the same version of Python to open it to avoid trouble. Then storage, store in the version controlled or cloud safe location, e.g. S3, Git, etc. Then metadata, save model metadata, e.g. training data, data source accuracy separately. Then we have some advanced tip like you want to save pipeline instead of model alone. So we did something about pipeline in previous videos to say that when it comes to scaling and all of that and using particular models, right? You want to create a pipeline if that is what you use every time. So you don't have to keep doing the same thing over and over again. So if your model is part of a preprocessing pipeline, save the entire pipeline like what we have here now. So of course, sklearn.pipeline, from that you import pipeline, then preprocessing standard scalar. So the pipeline involves a scalar and a classifier. I think another thing this can contain is apart from a scalar, I think it can also include a cleaner. So, should I say cleaner now? Something that removes unknown missing data, sort of. So then instead of doing the model, you can do the whole pipeline. So your pipeline dot fit X train Y train. So this is you fitting the model to data. Then you can now save the pipeline with job lib. Uh, so okay, so I can say job lead here now because we are saving with job lead. So job lead dot dump pipeline dot job lead. Then coming here to we have this as job lib. enter, and then we have the same accuracy. So this pipeline now that was not there before, it has now been saved as pipeline.joblib right here. All right. So finally, let's compare between Pickle and versus Joblib. So first of all, whether to consider which one is built in Python or not. Pickle is built in Python, that's why we have ES here. And no, Joblib needs installation. Then whether it handles large numpy arrays, Pickle is not optimized for that, but Joblib is optimized for that. What about speed? Pickle has a slower speed. It is slower with big data, while Joblib is faster with large arrays. Best use case, use Pickle for general object or small models, and then use Joblib for scikit-learn or NumPy heavy models. Okay, so if you are doing very heavy task, Joblib is the go-to place for you. So with this, we come to the end of this video on saving and loading machine learning model. So because beyond making a machine learning model, you want to be able to save it for future use, or you want to be able to deploy it and all that. So let me know how helpful this is for you. And if there's something you'd like me to try out, feel free to let me know. If you have subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for that. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe, and be sure to hit the notification bell so you can always get alerted each time a new video is released. You can check out membership options on my channel. Now you can be a member to get some special privileges. Just check it out. Of course, like and share also so that more people can have access to this great content I have going on here. Till I come your way again, keep doing data right. Bye.